Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is a part of the monthly portfolio update series that is made for the benefit of the individuals who are invested with me on Etoro about the performance over the past month, the current holdings, and also my expectation about how the portfolio will fare moving forward. At the moment, I've got over 300 individuals invested with me. If you are interested to know more about the platform and how you could invest with me, there's a link to another video in the description below that goes over that. During May, the portfolio was down 2.2%, and for the year, we are down 22%. We are invested in 6 companies and 1 ETF. The companies are Prosus, Alibaba, Discovery, Berkshire, Seritage, and Porsche Holding. The one ETF that we're invested in is KWeb, which is an aggregate of Chinese tech companies. For those who keep up with my updates, you may have noticed that I have sold out of Pershing Square holdings. With Pershing Square, I had assumed that there would be a lot more downside protection due to the hedges, but then the hedges were sold off to be replaced by other investments that did not pan out as well for the firm. There was also an expectation that the SPAC, which is Pershing Square Tontine Holdings, would materialize into something great, but unfortunately, that has also not worked out as well, and likely that'll be terminated by the end of the month. Also, the Pershing Square board recently announced their intent to change the dividend policy and link that to the net value of the assets. This is a move that did not make a lot of sense to me, and I had covered this in a previous video that I put up. The bottom line is that Pershing Square had a lot of activity over the past 12 months, but almost none of it has translated into any tangible value for shareholders. It's only the management that benefits, irrespective of whatever the outcome is. This is very different compared to Berkshire Hathaway, where interests are more aligned between shareholders and management, which is why I decided to replace Pershing with Berkshire. Berkshire is a business well positioned to withstand almost any scenario and possibly even thrive when other companies are struggling. I hope that Berkshire's B shares continue to fall further and get even below the $200 mark so we can accumulate and increase our long-term returns on this truly great business. Going back to the portfolio, a company that has been experiencing a lot of volatility recently is Seritage Growth Properties. A month back, the management stated their intent to realize value for shareholders sooner through a major liquidation of a large chunk of the property portfolio or a possible sale of the entire company. The stock price is going to be all over the place over the next few months as management shares details about the ongoing sale process. I believe that the stock price right now is disconnected from reality and we will likely see a correction soon. It is possible that I may be wrong here, but so far I disagree with the narrative that the market assumes for this company. I believe that in the next 3 to 6 months, Seritage will be priced very differently by the market as its cash reserves dramatically increase due to property sales. The final company that I'll be talking about today is Prosus. For those who aren't familiar with Prosus, it is a holding company listed on the Amsterdam Exchange that was spun off from a South African company called Naspers. Naspers bought one third of Tencent back in 2002, and then they spun off that stake using Prosus. There is a discrepancy between the underlying value of the Tencent stake and the share price of Prosus, which is a problem that management have recently proposed to rectify through the plan that they've shared. They have started an open-ended buyback program through the sale of the Tencent stake. It's not entirely clear how much stock they're planning on buying back, but on the earnings call, the CEO stated that he would request authorization from shareholders to buy back up to 50% of the outstanding stock. I have no idea what will be the impact of this program in the long term, but in the short term, it is likely that we will see a rally in the share price. I would not be surprised if we're up by more than 50% in the next 6 months, just because of all the financial engineering that's going on here. With that, I hope that you have a better idea about how I'm viewing some of the companies that we're invested in right now. If you have any questions for me, then do share them below or feel free to get in touch on Twitter or on Instagram through the links in the description. Thanks for watching the update and take care.